let's get some ideas for some really colorful cards. So when you're card making, one of the things that you probably already have is a whole bunch of different colors in your sets of cardstock. And what you want to do is look at those colors and think about how they compare together really well. So I've chosen 3 different sort of blue greens here, almost a little bit of a turquoisey kind of color. And this is Pool Party, Summer Splash, and Shaded Spruce. Now, I've chosen these ones and I've looked at them, and the thing that I'm looking for when I am working with them is what is the undertone. So these ones all have a blue sort of green undertone. So even though this one is quite green, there's a lot of blue in it. So if I think about, oh, I want to add a 4th color, and I think about this one, this is soft sea foam, I wouldn't go for this one. And you can probably see how that really doesn't seem to match. And it's because this has a yellow undertone, as does this one right here. So this is Lemon Lime Twist and Old Olive. So I would never put these 6 colors together. First of all, 6 colors is quite a bit on a card. But secondly, these all have a yellow undertone. These all have a blue. So together, this would make probably a pretty cool looking card, but not together. So we're going to play with these colors today, and we are going to make a card using the Everyday Details dies, and we're also going to pull in the Thoughtful Moments embossing folder, hybrid embossing folder. So we are going to make a card that has a base of shaded spruce. So the first thing we're going to do is, I haven't scored this yet, but I'm just going to fold it. And so if you're in the middle of the woods somewhere, you're camping, or you're somewhere for the summer, if you don't have a bone folder, what you can do is just fold it in half and use something that has a soft edge to it, and just give it a crisp edge, and you will still have a perfectly folded card, even though you didn't score it. So in a pinch, most of the time, I would suggest that we do use a scoring line first. Okay, so what we're going to do with this one is we are going to use the largest of the rectangle Everyday Details dies, and we are going to place this so it's on a little bit of an angle. We want a little bit of interest in this card. So we're going to open this up now. So we needed to know where the edge was, which is why we folded it. But now I'm going to run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then I'm going to come back with the piece. So here we have our pieces cut out. So here's the cutout piece, which we will use for another project, although you probably could put this on the inside of the card, but I'm thinking another project. So we have our cutout piece, and what we're going to do instead of just putting a piece in behind there is we've taken a piece of our regular basic white and folded it in half. It's a little bit smaller. You can get all of the dimensions and the cutting measurements on my blog, and you can see where that is in the description below. And that's going to go on the inside of the card. So we're actually going to have a double fold card here. So that's going to go on the inside, just so that we don't have a hole there. But then what I want to do is I want to create a little bit more interest around this rectangle. So I'm looking at the other cutouts that we have, and we have some different sized rectangles here, and we also have some circles. So whenever you're thinking fun cards, think about your basic shapes. So this one is great because it matches with the circles and the rectangles together all in one. And so we're going to make use of that, and we are going to cut out another one that's going to fit right inside here. And we're going to cut that out of the other colors that we had. So the other colors I had was Summer Splash. So I'm going to cut this out right like that. And then I also had the Pool Party. So I'm going to cut the next size down of Pool Party. And then I'm going to play a little bit, and I'm going to cut some of these smaller circles. So I'm going to cut one of them out of the Summer Splash, and then I'm going to cut one out of white. So I'll go ahead and do that with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I will come back. So here's what I have. So I have a piece here that's going to fit right inside. I have another one that's going to fit right over top, and then I'll decide what I want to do with my circles. If I might want to layer them over top, if I even want them at all, but I like to have them as an option. So now that I have sort of the design, I have to think about words. So Thoughtful Moments is a hybrid embossing folder, and what that means, it is it has a die along with it. So what this one does is it creates words, turn them the right way. So there's all different words on here, and you can either color them or not. I'm going to show you right now how to color them and then cut them out. So these are the steps that you're going to take. And I've decided we're going to use You Make Me Happy. So I've pulled in my summer splash. I've also pulled in our brayer, and this is a hard rubber brayer as opposed to a softer rubber brayer. This is currently available in the 24-25 catalog, and it has these two little sort of pins. Those are the legs to set it down so that when it's set down on your work surface, the roller is actually free of the surface. So you want to use it upside down so that these are facing you when you're inking it up. So I have my summer splash. Now there's two sides to this embossing folder. There's a side that has sort of ridges around the outside of the words, and this one has indents. And the one with the ridges is where you want to put your ink. So to ink up your brayer, you want to roll it. You don't want to roll it back and forth. You want to roll it all in one area. I'm not going to get the whole thing inked because we don't need it. We're only going to do the You Make Me Happy, which is right here. So I'm just going to roll that over top. Several times I've found that the more ink that I put on here, the better it is. I was going to go sideways, but that will get me more words inked up. And this way I don't get nearly as much inked up. So I'm going to place this off to the side where I'm hopefully not going to put anything on it. The next step is to take the die and you're going to turn that upside down, and it will fit right over top of all of those words. And you'll sort of feel it sort of click there, it just did now, click into place. And when it's in place, it won't move. Then we're going to take a piece of basic white. I'm going to place it right over here, and then I'm going to close the folder. And when I close the folder, now I'm going to run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'll show you what the recipe is for that. You want just your number 1, place your folder inside, and then your number, turn it over, your number 4. And then you're going to run that through. So when you do that, this is what you are going to get. So I've gone into some of the other ones, which is okay. You can take pains to try and cut that piece of white exactly the same size. I don't worry too much about that. So this is discard, so just into the garbage. And then your piece is going to pop right out of there. And you're going to have the nice color around the outside edge. Now, one thing you do want to check is to make sure you don't have any ink on the die, and I do, so I'm just going to take that off with a wet wipe. So I just use a wet wipe at first just to take that off, and it seems to work really well on the metal. And we shouldn't have any ink on the back, so you're okay. And then I do the same thing on the embossing folder. And I just want to get the ink off here for now. What I do is I actually will run this underneath the faucet and get any of that remaining ink. I can still see there's a little bit of green, and then I leave it open to dry. So with my words, I can decide whether I want to create another color. So if I wanted to cut out You Make Me So Happy, but just the outline in another color, and I'll show you that in a minute, you can do that too. But for now, let's just leave it like this and we will decide. So let's bring in the rest of the card and let's finish it up. So we have all of these pieces. First thing I want to do is I want to glue down this card inside. So I'm going to put a little strip of glue on the inside of the card near the fold line. And I'm going to put in my card right up to the fold line. And I want it centered in there as much as possible. Okay, so let that set up for just a moment. Then I'm going to start gluing in my pieces. So I am going to glue this down to the white piece. So what I like about this is that we have white peeking through the holes, and we have lots of color otherwise. And that's what we're going for here, is a lot of color. So I'm going to glue this down. So close it and hold it flat as much as possible, and then line it right up with the hole. And it'll fit in there perfectly. And the first time you're going to probably have to pull it off a little bit. Oh, that one, there we go. Okay, so there we are. We've got our piece, and now we're going to glue down this one as well. I'm not going to use dimensionals until we get to the end where our words are. So a little bit of liquid glue again, which is your best friend. That's going to go right into the middle. So we're doing lots of layering here, but we've got lots of interest because it's on an angle. Now we have to decide if we want to go for the circle or not, and whether we just want our "You Make Me Happy" right like that. We could. I'm going to bring in one that is matted with the shaded spruce, and we can decide if we like that one better. And if I'm looking at it, I think I like that one. I do like this one too. I like the whiteness of it. Let's take away one of the circles. Just put the small circle in there. Put that guy back. I like that one a little bit better. I think this circle is a little bit too big. And this is some of the stuff that I do when I am creating a card. It really is all about what appeals to me the most. And I think I like this one that ties in and brings the shaded spruce in. So we are going to glue down our circle, and then we are going to add some dimensionals. Now when I cut this, it's not exactly circular, so I am going to place it off there, but I'm going to make sure that I cover up that little piece that's not cut quite right. And we're going to put on some mini dimensionals using my Take Your Pick tool. And then we're just going to place that over top of our circle. Now there's one other thing I want to do. So I've cut a little piece of our white 1/4 inch diagonal trim, and I just want to see what that looks like on the top of the card if we were to place it up here. And it might be too much. Might be too much white up there. And you know what? I think it probably is. So I'm not going to put that on, but what we are going to put on are some in color resin dots. And this is in the Summer Splash color. So these are the in colors. So let's put a few of those around. And I'm going to put big ones and small ones. And I think maybe just 3. Even I think maybe just right there. No, I need a couple more than that. It's a little bit overwhelmed here right now, so I am going to place another one down here and maybe one right there. Okay, so there's your card. Now let me show you another card made a little bit differently using different colors. So this is using the same sets. I just added the So Swirly embossing folder in the background, but paired a whole bunch of different pinks together and then played a little bit with different colors of dots. So it gives you a little different look. White is always a great thing to matte with or to add as your focal point. So I hope you enjoy making some colorful cards. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you like this video, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Also head on over to my blog at designwithjo.ca and get yourself signed up for my email list. I send out all kinds of free tips and tricks and things just for my email community, and I would love to have you be part of that. Thanks very much. Have a great paper crafting day.